Okay, so today we're going to talk about fibrous herbs. This is a really important one. We're going to talk about what it does. We're going to talk about where to get it. We're going to cover everything fibrous herb related today. So, all right, guys. So if you love what we're doing here, please consider using our supporter creator code. It goes a long way to helping us be able to do this and keep doing our YouTube and our Twitch. So thank you so much, guys. Fibrous herbs are an incredibly valuable resource in the game, and it is just a basic resource, and it's actually really easy to get, but it's very time consuming to get, and you need a lot of it. Fibrous herbs are one of the key components to making gas traps, the strongest trap in the entire game. So you're gonna have people just eating through fibrous herbs like candy. It's just crazy. You need so many of them. And it's not cheap. I believe it costs like 7 fibrous herbs for one gas trap. So you need a lot. You need to really like harvest a lot of this stuff if you're going to have enough traps to sustain yourself in the missions. So let's talk about where it comes from. Now, there are quite a few different ways of getting fibrous herbs. The best, the absolute best of the best, the most efficient, the easiest way to get a lot of fibrous herbs is, of course, expeditions. The best expedition for getting a ton of fibrous herbs is the 685 power level crafting supplies large. Now, this one here will give you the higher the power level of the crafting supplies large expedition, the more loot you're going to get, the higher quality loot you're going to get. You're going to get tier 4 materials out of this one, which is like just amazing. Like, it's my #1 go-to, and you can only use these crafting supplies larges with your trucks, your expedition trucks, and you only get 2 trucks. One of the trucks has three survivors or 3 hero slots, and the other has 5 hero slots. So you want to make sure that you utilize these properly to get the maximum amount of success, the maximum amount of loot out of these missions. So when you're doing a high level crafting supplies large, if you get a 685 mission with no slot bonus, you're not going to be able to get 100% on that mission. What I do when I get a 685 with no slot bonus, I use my 5 hero truck. The 5 hero truck, I think it will come out to about 94% with 5 130 heroes put into it. So that's the one that I'll use for there. If I see a legendary slot bonus or better, that means that you can put a legendary hero that matches that slot bonus and get a lot more power for that mission using fewer heroes. So the hero that fills the slot bonus in will be worth a lot more. So you'll be able to use, if you actually have a legendary slot bonus on the crafting supplies large, you can use the 3 slot hero truck and get a very high completion in that mission. I think it's like 75%. If you can get more than a legendary, if you can get like a legendary and another legendary, or a legendary and an epic slot bonus, you can get even closer to 100%. So ideally you want to give yourself the best opportunity, the highest rate of chance, so that you don't have failures. So you want to send those guys out, have that as close to 100% as you possibly can, and get those expeditions rolling in every single day. Anytime that the expeditions are complete, you need to send them out as fast as you possibly can to get more coming back in, because they're on a cooldown, they take time, and your heroes will be unavailable while that expedition is running. So that is the #1 way of getting fibrous herbs. You can get like literally hundreds out of a single crafting supplies large. So it is by far the #1 way of getting fibrous herbs in the entire game. Now, other ways to get herbs is by picking plants. You can loot it from anything, but picking plants and mushrooms is the best way of getting that on the map. You can go around any map. Forests specifically are loaded with lootable plants and lootable mushrooms. If you go to a ghost town, there are 2 special lootable locations that are really good for getting fibrous herbs. Notably, the hay maze. If you go to the hay maze and you break the Wicker Man, he will drop a pile of fibrous herbs all over the ground, which is really, really, great. Super great. The other one is when you find the hidden mushroom cave in the ghost town biome. The hidden mushroom cave, you have to search around, going down into caves and stuff. If you find it, you'll know it because it's completely loaded with mushrooms, and each of the mushrooms will almost always give you fibrous herbs. Fibrous herbs have a really high drop rate out of mushrooms, especially. Go to forests, go to ghost towns, utilize your expeditions. These are the best ways of getting fibrous herbs. You can get fibrous herbs out of virtually anything, though. You can get it out of refrigerators, you can get it out of couches, beds, pretty much any lootable object. Any lootable object will have a really high chance of dropping, bacon and herbs or bullets, things like that. So you can loot anything, but if you really want to, do the best that you can do in the least amount of time, focus on expeditions, focus on mushrooms, and then focus anytime you walk by a plant. Just pick that mushroom, pick that plant. If you get into the habit of doing it all the time, you're going to have a surplus of fibrous herbs, and you won't get yourself into a position where you're like, oh geez, completely out, now I need to go farm. And farming, specifically for farming's sakes, is really painful. If you just do it while you're doing missions, just organically over time, and you keep your eyes open for all these objectives, and you keep doing your expeditions, you won't even ever have to think about fibrous herbs. You'll just have a nice large surplus, in your inventory at all times. You can put like your excess into your armory so that you have a stockpile, so that you never ever run out, and you never find yourself unable to craft your favorite superstar gas traps. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Twitch chat, for coming up with this idea. I get so many great questions, and this is one of the great questions I got here. So thank you so much for supporting me on Twitch and asking me all these questions. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the VASH Corps. Thank you for supporting what we're doing here on Twitch and on YouTube, and helping this channel grow and helping us get a lot of attention and be successful. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. All right, guys, like and subscribe, please. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. Make sure you let me know if I'm forgetting anything, if I'm forgetting any good methods for getting more herbs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know if there's any other ideas you have for videos that you'd like me to cover, and I will work on those in the future. All right, guys, thank you so much for all the support. See you guys in the next video. Hey, guys, we're out here all day, every day, chasing our dream and trying to build this community. If you love what we're doing here and you support the dream, and if you have the means to actually donate and contribute to what we're doing here, I would really love for you guys to come out and support us on Patreon. It's the lifeblood of any content creator. It's the only reason that we're staying afloat and able to do what we're doing here. And if you have the means, I would love for you to come out and support us, and yeah, help us keep doing what we're doing. Thank you so much, guys.